All right, folks, so that's all wrapped up here in the corner. So with that being said, now it's time to move down yonder ways and let's get this thing tightened up. Hi, y'all, welcome back to the journey. So continuation of the fence of what I was doing. So yeah, obviously no rain today, hopefully. And you see I'm standing in shadow. So as of right now, majority of what I need to do is in the shadow. So I'm going to try to do that before, you know, the real heavy portions of sun get into the areas where I need to work. And stuff for the Jeep, parts are on order. So I'm still waiting for that stuff to get here. Hopefully, as I'm recording right now, the parts should be here tomorrow. And then if you didn't catch us over on our side channel, which is the Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum, I can even throw a card up here in the top. And it's also the icon at the very end of me holding the coffee cup. And yeah, you can always click on that. It takes you over to our side channel and just be able to get a little behind the scenes type stuff. And we haven't really talked about that here, but over on that channel, once we are monetized on that channel, we are giving back to our veteran community 100% of everything that we earn on that channel. Everything. So it doesn't matter if it's the ads, AdSense, right? Any types of monetary gifts from y'all, any of those things, super stickers, just all that stuff, right? 100% of whatever we earn on that channel is going back to the veteran community for 2 years, actually a little over 2 years. So definitely get over there, help us grow, help us get monetized over there. That way we can give back to our veteran community. And then we still vow ourselves here on this channel 20% of everything that we earn only from AdSense. All right, that also goes back to the veteran community. So we definitely thank y'all for helping us grow, sharing this out. It's greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's get back to working on this fence. Morning, Giggles. Are you going to help me with the fence? Are you going to help me? Are you going to help me? Or are you just going to make fun of me? Oh, you're just going to make fun of me. Okay. I get it. I get it. Well, I thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Alright. Can I get busy then? Alright. Thank you. Well, in the last video, I had shown doing all the bracing and everything, and it turns out I missed one. Yeah. I didn't realize that until later yesterday. So you can kind of see back in the background that I had put in one wire. You probably see the orange strap. So that's basically where I ended yesterday. So I guess now let me get this in real quick and then we'll bring you right back. And there we go. Just like that. That one is finished. Okay, so this section of the fence with the wire down here, which basically I just call it like a guide wire, that's installed, good to go. So I need to measure out this side to kind of see how much wire I needed to go. But I think since I already have this side up here, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab a section of the fence that I have left over from the last run we did, and see, it should be long enough to go here. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm gonna just go attach it to the corner, just basically tack it in, right? And then start to unroll it. And I just want to see if it's gonna be long enough for this section. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I know the other roll I have is long enough to go, you know, for both these sides, but that's a full roll and it's quite heavy. So yeah. let's see what happens. I'll tack it in good enough to where I can roll this out, make sure that it's going to be long enough. All right, they see me rolling. Hey. All right, we made it, and I only got one battle scar. So I'm gonna go ahead and button up this corner then. I get it wrapped around the actual corner post, and then I'm gonna pull it tight since I already have the ratchet system set up down there. I'll go ahead and pull it tight, get it attached to that center post down there, and then yeah, we'll have another section done. Okay, so for this part here, if you're new to our channel, well, for one, we thank you for being here. And if you're not subscribed yet, we gladly ask that you do give us that subscribe. Help us grow, share us out. It's greatly appreciated. And but we've already done this a few times on some other videos, so tried to link the other video up here in the corner, kind of showing you how we did this. That way you don't have to watch this whole thing again if you've been here for a while. So all right, let me get this done, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so it's almost lunchtime, but Gladys is still playing catch up with school on the little one. She actually hadn't done any schoolwork in the last 2 days, and because a lot of kids that do like homeschool, right, they kind of do self-taught type thing. Well, our child is actually autistic, so she can't do that. So Gladys has to be in there doing the lessons with her. So I'm out here. I actually brought in the redheaded mistress to help me out. So Miss Ginger coming over here, giving me a helping hand. Put the ratchet strap on the fence, and I'm gonna try to get this thing tightened up a little bit. Breaking my wood. And then I'm just gonna start all the way down to the other end and attaching screws to the fence. I'm just gonna do that very top wire first, and then we'll go back through, because the fence, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but it's not like perfectly straight. I mean, we probably could have put a string line in to, so if you look right, it does kind of curve a little bit, and that's fine. I mean, it's a rustic fence. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight. We did everything by eyeball. We didn't I mean, stuff like where the posts are laid out was measured, but for straightness, everything is just basically eyeballed. So, but let me go ahead and get down there. Go ahead and start putting some of these screws in. I really wish I could find my staples. I gotta keep looking. So I'm only gonna do a few of these screws because these things are pretty expensive, and I don't want to do, because the staples, like I put a bunch of staples in because those things are cheap, but I'll go through and put at least enough of these screws in to be able to hold the fence in place of where it needs to be, and then I'll come back later and put in more staples once I find them. I'm not putting those screws in all the way because I'm gonna go get a different, probably a metal pull, something a little longer, because right now it's not stretching this top wire the way I would like it to, because I'm still sagging down here. So let me go find something else to put through my fence, that way I can stretch it a little better. So I went and actually got my landscaping bar to put in here, which, yes, I know, proper tools and their uses. I don't have a fence stretcher, right? Because basically you want to be able to clamp on both sides. That way it's pulling on all these wires evenly. And for the most part, the fence looked fine going all the way down. I mean, there's still a few spots down here that, I mean, I don't know, you might be able to see. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera. Obviously I can see, but this top line, right, was, can see how it has like a bow in it, right? So obviously I can attach, so the fifth strand up is what attaches to that wire. But you also got to remember too, I don't have any of the T-posts in yet. So T-posts are going to be going in every 10 feet. And then we'll be able to attach this fence to the T-post as well, and it gets a lot of that out. But I wanted to be able to have this wire up here nice and taut, right? And then I'll come back and I'll finish tightening up these screws here. And then one in the middle, one down at the bottom. This one also has some screws on the wire, right? But for the most part, right, that looks fine. It's nice and tight the way I wanted to do that. And basically how I had to do that was coming in here, I had to separate out my top wire from the rest of the fence, put a loop in it, and then tighten just that top wire, right? This was still loose. That was still loose, right? For the most part, they're still fairly loose to where that wire can pull. And then that's what I did. So now I'm gonna go back through, now that the wire is tight, and then come back, hit it. And now it'll be set in place exactly like I want it. And it's not going to go anywhere. And then, like I said, once I find the rest of my staples, I'll put a staple on every single wire. Every single wire. All right, going through. And that's it. Wow, ooh, words are hard. Wash, rinse, and repeat. I'm gonna keep doing that all the way down. And then I still have to go find where I want to get T-posts from, because there's plenty here on the property. I just need to choose where I'm gonna take them from old fences that used to be here. So yeah. Okay, just came back out from eating some lunch. Basically at this point here of getting this fence buttoned up, but like I said, I still need T-posts. So there's gonna be 2 T-posts in between each cedar post, basically just like what we've been doing over there, right? So it's cedar, T-post, T-post, cedar, T-post, T-post, cedar, right? So that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this section. And then I'm gonna need 1, 2 here. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? 17 altogether. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16. Yeah, because this post over here, the tall post, is actually going to be part of a post that's going for an enclosure, right? So we're doing an enclosure that's 20 feet wide right here. That's going to be for the chicken coop, because we're adding on another chicken coop off of the silo. It's going to be a 4 foot by 8 foot. And then a portion of that, basically up to this big tree right here, right there to the coop, it's going to be covered, right? It's actually going to have the clear plastic cover on that so they can get out of the rain and such. But then from that tree all the way to the end of this fence is just going to be the netting going around, basically how we have it now, right? It's just the chicken wire going all the way around. And then we'll have, you know, somewhat predator protection, whatnot, the best we can. But even though we're putting the fence over on that side, right, the fence is still going to have some type of chicken wire, at least on the bottom, you know, that way the chickens don't get out. So 16 T-posts. Glad it's finally done with the kiddo with school, so I caught up. So kind of going around just trying to see where we can get some T-posts. Hog pen, right? We were supposed to be getting pigs from mom and dad when they came back from Texas. Obviously they were not able to do so. Whenever they went over to a friend's house, all the pigs were up in the woods and they weren't able to get to them. So we have 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that are at least tall enough that we can use. Because this one by the door, or the 2 by the door, right? I think this red one and then obviously that one are going to be too short. So I think all the rest of them we should be able to use. So that's 11.
Which one?
Right? Basically all of them except for the ones for the door. I think we can use. Possibly. I don't know. She's going to take this apart and then I'm going to pull all those out and we'll just check and see. I know I got something laying around over here by the coop. So that's 11. Oh, and this was that post that I need to fix that I talked about previously. Okay, so there's 11. And then over here by the wood pile, because all this stuff's going to be moving. So here's one and here's one. So that's 12, 13. And I need 3 more. So where can I get 3 more? Well, let's come over yonder ways. Because I think there's one here that should be tall enough. Because I need the ones, because it's a 5 foot fence. And, well, no, that's going to be too short. So I need the posts whenever I sit them on the ground. So I'm 5'10", right? I need the post to be taller than me when it sits on the ground. So whenever I'm putting it into the ground, I know that it's tall enough to go to the top of the fence. So that's the shorter type T-posts. That's not what we want. So whenever I take those posts out of the hog pen, I'll verify. And just make sure that we go around. Plus I went all the way down because there's a section in here that has fencing. And it goes all the way down the driveway. And I looked at all that barbed wire. Well, it's basically all that barbed wire is just attached to the trees. I don't know how far back up in there it goes. I'm trying to see where it was at. But, oh yeah, right here. Because I know that there's some in here, right? To where if I need to come, like there's a post right here. So if I need to come over here, because we don't need this fence up here, right? So I have, because see, it goes to that tree. I can see there's a post on the other side of it. So there's 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts right there that I can grab. And then obviously pull this wire out, cut it out of the trees and such. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And basically a lot of the posts that we've already used all came from a fence, because there was a fence that went down this side of the driveway all the way out, and also down that side road, and we pulled all those out. So reuse and repurpose, all right, well, let me go get what I need, and I'm gonna grab these 3 posts up here, and then she's gonna get that taken apart. We're gonna grab those posts. Yeah, see, I have some here too, but I don't think these are tall enough. Nope, that one's tall enough. See, it's taller than me. So there's one. Get that over there. And then this one. See, even though it doesn't have the little feet at the bottom, I don't care. I'll still use it. There's 2. Easy. There's 2. And then there was 1 here. Oh, I see another one in there too. Oh, there's actually a few of them in there. Yeah, there's 1. And this one's kind of curved a little bit, but I have a way of straightening out those, get them taken care of. So, all right, well, let me grab all the T-posts that we need, and then we're gonna get those installed over there, and basically show you once it's done. All right, well, it's getting late in the day. Kiddo's actually home from school. Just got done raking out the chicken coop. Looks great. Nani, good job. The ladies are happy. And then with this, so all the T-posts are in, like they're already out here checking it out, which, I mean, they come out here to this pen anyway, but once it's all fenced off, they won't be able to, because they still like going across the creek to the other side, and you know, the turkeys will go to the other side, and we don't want them to do that, not until that's fenced off. But Gladys came through and put all the clips, so all the clips are in. So now it's nice, looks nice and flat, good looking fence. Hopefully it'll be here for a long time to come. And then you can kind of see in the background, I've been going through, which I only have like a splash of fuel left, so I'm out of fuel and I can't go get any until I fix the Jeep, but I gotta wait for the parts to come in tomorrow. So, but I've been coming through, kind of knocking down some of the limbs, that way I can come through here and make a path, you know, with the tractor, and just get all this cleared out. And then eventually, you know, we need to get closer into the creek and get stuff out, because it's probably not going to happen until next summer. But if you kind of come down, right, you see that there's stuff in there like that, right? And it's just all things that catch onto debris, and if water can't flow, it's going to flood, right? So we're trying to prevent that. We're going to go through, you know, the best of our ability when I can get over here. I mean, I might even be able to go to the other side. I mean, if I need to, I'll use the backhoe and just kind of get some of that stuff out of there. And yeah, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and grab most of this stuff and take it over to the pile over there. But don't know how long this one's gonna be. Probably another short one, like the first part, but that's fine. So with both of these together, they make a video. Well, we left it with a continuation because obviously weather and vehicle. But yeah, I'm still waiting on parts, so I was able to get out here and do this. I'm out of clips, I'm out of T-posts, and for now until I go gather some more. And then I still got to fight that ball of wire to get another strand of wire for this next section from here to the next corner. And then from the corner up over to by the chicken coop, right? And then, whew, this thing's going to be done. Done skis. Well, almost done skis, because for having chickens in here, right, we're still going to go get, we don't have it yet, but we're going to go get basically the 2 foot tall chicken wire, the 1 inch chicken wire. It might even be the 2 inch, I don't know. But anyway, we'll put that along the bottom, and then we'll just be able to zip tie that in. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. So, but we're going to do that all the way around the bottom too, the 2 feet, you know, because Brahmas really don't like to fly. I mean, they will if they need to, but we're not too worried even about them getting through this fence as it is. But just to be on a safe side, right, we're going to go ahead and do that. That way the chickens can be out here. And then at some point, we're going to go get some sheep and at least a pig or two. And those will be for, well, obviously the pig, you know, we just want to raise for meat, you know, just to be able to raise it out for slaughter. So I don't want to be breeding pigs. No, no, thank you. And then for the sheep, that'll be one of those that, you know, I want to be able to have stuff for milk, have, you know, that way we can do stuff with the milk, and then be able to breed those out. Even if we only have the ewes, we can at least go, you know, studying feed with a buck, because I don't necessarily want to have a buck. Because for one, they stink. I just, it doesn't matter if they're goats or sheep or anything. The males just, they stink. And I don't want nothing to do with that. And then, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Normally, I'll sit down with Gladys and she makes, you know, the final decision when it comes to animals anyway. So, but all right, y'all. This one's basically wrapped up for the most part. We got another section done. So, yeah. Now I see why the tortoise won the race. Because it's slow and steady. Slow and steady. All right, y'all. Well, we definitely thank you. If you want to continue to follow our journey, and you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, go ahead and give us that subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Share us out. Help us grow. And then if you'd like to stick around a little bit longer on this journey we call life, go ahead and check out this video we have right here. Or the whole year's playlist is over on this side. Continues to grow as the year progresses. And then icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to that side channel. Go check that out. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.